Welcome back. We're continuing our conversation with Anthony Scaramucci. Anthony, you recently launched a new fund that invests in low-income areas known as opportunity zones. Tell me about it.
So just the top line of it is the new tax reform is bipartisan initiative allowing people that have low basis situations but high valued stock. They can sell their stock. They can put it into an opportunity zone. They get a 10-year tax deferral, and at the end of the 10 years, they only pay 17% capital gains as opposed to 20. But now the money's in the opportunity zone, Dagan. Any money that they make off the proceeds, they get that tax-free, provided that they keep it in the opportunity zone for 10 years. So this is a huge tax benefit to people to unleash capital. A lot of capital in the United States is trapped. You know, you bought Amazon at $1, it's trading at 120. You don't want to sell it, you don't want to realize that gain, but you want some diversity for your family. So this is an opportunity where you can chip off some of that situation. It could be your wine collection, it could be your home, it could be a business, and you can move it into one of the nation's opportunity zones. These zones were based on the 2010 census. It's basically if 20% of the population is below the poverty line, it's a designated opportunity zone. It's about 12 to 13% of the country. There's 8,700 zones around the country, and this is a fantastic opportunity for people. So what we did was we structured it as a REIT, and so that we could buy into all of the areas in the zone, and that we could eventually take the REIT public and provide liquidity for our investors.
So what kind of investments will you be making? And this is open to what would be called accredited investors, right? So
yeah,
they're
exactly.
not smaller
investors. It's a $2 million net worth or $200,000 in annual salary, and our investment size, our minimum is $100,000. And so, you know, we're using our retail platform and our retail distribution mechanisms, just like we do with Series G for SkyBridge, to go out to the mass affluent and say, okay, listen, here's an opportunity for you over the next 10 years, money that you want to lock up. You can chip it off of something that you bought 15 years ago that's got a very high value, but now you want some diversity, and we can give you this product where you'll get annual income in a real estate investment trust, but then you also get this large tax deferral for your family and a step up in basis.
Well, give me an example or some examples of the type of investments that you'll be making.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. We're looking at a port in South Carolina, your neck of the woods, where we're going to renovate the port.
Yeah, the South's just one big state, Anthony.
Yes, I know. Well, you know, I'm a northerner, so anything north of the Mason-Dixon line makes me a Yankee, right? But we're looking at a hotel in San Francisco. I've been all over the country. My team has been all over the country. There are tons of deals in our pipeline. We have over $2 billion of deals that will give very high rates of return to clients and require what we think a $5 to $35 million investment to get the game started. Now, one of the requirements of the zones is that we have to buy something and renovate and/or improve it. And so our goal in this is to obviously make money, but secondarily, Dagan, and equally important, it's a huge jobs creator, and it's a huge infrastructure improvement in areas of the country that desperately need it. And so it's a social good going on alongside of the investment.
But how does all of this help in this kind of tax benefit? How does it help taxpayers? What do taxpayers, broadly speaking, get out of it?
They get a huge deferral. So as an example...
No, but I meant the American people, like broadly speaking, not just
broadly speaking, let's say we can deploy $1 trillion into these opportunity zones, and it creates another, you know, 1.5 million, 2 million jobs. Just think of all of the people that get added to the tax rolls as a result of these opportunity zones, and all of the taxable income that comes from that, and then all of the commercial activity inside the zones. And so the reason why Cory Booker is for it, the same way President Trump and Steve Mnuchin are for it, is that this is a real opportunity to go into areas of the country that need the help, where you can supply capital and start that fertilizing experience and that multiplier effect in those areas.
Great to see you. Happy birthday.
Very
Happy
exciting.
New Year. Thank you, Anthony.